at work, or in rehab, listen to WCTR.
We're getting some serious clouds due to high pressure off to our east, where we're bombing lots of brown people. Expect those clouds for a while, then hopefully some sanity coming through. But I doubt it. Trip Michaels, Weasel Weather.
Weasel News. In a city plagued by corruption scandals, one man has consistently stood up against big business and government. The lawyer Tom Goldberg spoke out yesterday.
This city is drowning in filth. Mayor Julio Ochoa and the police department, they think they could just keep giving us longer and longer snorkels so we'll be able to breathe. The only answer is for them to get their hands dirty and to start shoveling this shit.
Goldberg has settled class action lawsuits with companies including Beta Pharmaceuticals and the Sprunk Soda Group. This is a man the city should be listening to.
Alongside continuous problems with union officials, a new series of complaints has been launched against Dubai property developer Youssef Amir's apartment complex in Castle Garden City.
I paid millions of dollars for this view. What right has this guy got to come along and build a more expensive apartment in front of mine?
Features of the new apartment complex include solid gold fittings, fashionable see-through toilets, and a 24-hour in-house plastic surgeon, so residents can be sure they'll never wake up next to an ugly mistake. Weasel News.
This is Weasel News.
And now for something completely different.
I've never followed an intermission before. I don't know how it's going to go. Usually a comedian, you know, the people before them are called warm-up acts, but then everyone got cold. I don't know. I hope the intermission wasn't funnier than me. I have a hard time following the intermission. There's some trouble. They got this fucking... I never performed here with people standing, so fuck. It's like alright, fuck, I don't know. It's pretty crazy to be here. I'm pretty excited. They just turned some kind of machine off, didn't they? So there was some shit blowing and now it's not blowing anymore. Some machine was shut down. I hope it's for the better. They had 48 guys go on, then they said, alright, we're going to take a break. So that's good. Is everyone hooked up on some beer? Alright, good, I'm glad. It's very exciting for me to perform here. I don't know if it's going to... Yeah, man, it's going to go good. What's going on? I was going to say, I don't know. I like to go on last on the show because I can have a couple drinks and, you know, listen to the other acts. Drinking for the comedian is like stretching for the athlete. And I was touching my toes in the back. I have my own dressing room. It's amazing. It's like too much graffiti, but hey. I like to drink red wine. They give me complimentary red wine. This girl says, doesn't red wine give you a headache? Yeah, eventually. But the first and the middle part are amazing. I'm not going to stop doing something because of what happens at the end. Mitch, do you want an apple? No, eventually it'll be a Coke. These fuckers are making me laugh. I enjoy the enthusiasm. I can only hope that it remains for the whole show. If it dies down, I apologize. It'll still be me. If you drink Old Doulos, you don't drink. But if you drink 20 Old Doulos in a half hour, then you're a fucking non-alcoholic. Non-alcoholism is a problem too. There are symptoms, like when you fall down, does it always hurt? My manager saw me drink before a show. He said, Mitch, don't use liquor as a crutch. I can't use liquor as a crutch because a crutch helps me walk. Liquor severely fucks up the way I walk. It ain't like a crutch, it's like a step I didn't see. Such a kind reception. I thought my teeth were white until I washed my face with Noxzema. They are off-white. I'm not even white, I'm off-white. It's a new race, we will prevail. I got some tartar control toothpaste. I still got tartar, but that shit's under control. If the tartar falls out of line, I'm like, come on now. You know the deal. Fall in. I got so much tartar, I don't have to dip my fish sticks in shit. Alright, let's have another intermission now. I'm tired. You know, when it comes to racism, people say, I don't care if they're black, white, purple, or green. Oh, hold on now. Purple or green, you gotta draw the line somewhere. Fuck purple people. Unless they're choking. Then help them. I wish I could play Little League now. I'd kick some fucking ass. Those little punks will be backing up today. So go ahead, throw your curveball. You're 11, it won't curve. People think I'm into sports just because I'm a man, you know? I'm not into sports. I mean, I like Gatorade, but that's about as far as it goes. Matter of fact, if I had an athlete's foot, my first reaction would be, that ain't my foot.
I'm a mom, so I often cheat on my husband when he's at work. The Trackify homing tracking beacon can send instant location updates to your phone, so you know if your wife is at a rest area taking it in the can from a stranger. Trackify's innovative GPS locator chip is implanted at the base of their head, so there's nothing to lose. Get the trust and peace of mind you deserve. Trackify. Love just got a little easier to keep track of.
You die, it doesn't have to be the end. Hi, I'm Uzi Fitzsimmons, and I know that you, your animals, even women, have an essence that continues to flow after the death of a body. In ancient Egypt, where they were fascinated with triangles, man-cats, and incest, the mummification process ensured that in 1,000 years, you'll still look great, and your spirit can make love after death. Wow! Now you can too! Preserve your heritage and soul in the next life by getting mummified. Just listen to one of our customers who signed up. I swear I didn't pay him.
Hey, when they burn you, worms beat out your brain. Or they burn the shit out of you. What if I ain't really dead? Even if I'm dead, I don't want that shit. Then I heard about mummification. I'ma get myself some crazy sarcophagus or some shit like that. I'm a pharaoh.
Wow, mummification. Preserve yourself the ancient way.
Months of hormone treatments, years of therapy, and you still ended up looking like a drag queen. Now you can let the woman inside come out in the privacy and comfort of your own home, and it's as fast as this. Slice.
See? Now I'm a woman, thanks to Rapidite. This do-it-yourself sexual realignment kit includes everything you need to go from Brad to Brenda in a jiff. It's just snip, chop, stuff, and swallow, and away you go. Do it in the bathroom and surprise your family with the new you. Comes with an instructional video, rusty knife and tourniquet, 2 aspirins, and 47 pounds of estrogen. It's all you need. When it's time for a change, you want it fast. Rapidite, the do-it-yourself sexual realignment kit. Be exactly who you want to be.
If you love to hear liberals whine and conservatives lecture, then stay tuned for I Say, You Say.
The future of America, threatened again. This time we mean it. I'm Dr. Phillips.
And I'm also Dr. Phillips. Today on the show, do cave paintings in museums make us violent?
The anti-beef movement. Both Hitler and Mussolini were vegetarian.
And we take on the highly charged debate about test tube babies and actually talk to one.
I have flashbacks and go into hysterics in science class. Do you know what it's like growing up in a beaker?
That's all today on I Say, You Say. We share last names, but that's about it. I'm Peyton, that's my wife Mary, and this is I Say, You Say, where left is right and right is wrong.
Or we're East meets West, and the West always wins. That wall came down, darling.
Yes, unfortunately it did. I don't know if you saw today's news, so who is in the right in this great dialectical disaster? Is it, as I think, a case of share and share alike, love your fellow man and all wear matching jumpsuits while working on a collective hydroponic farm growing potatoes? Or kill or be killed, crush the weak, and starve the poor, as my wonderful wife thinks? You decide, or let us decide for you. Give us a call, and let my wife, a professor in social Darwinism, or me, a lecturer in pointless anthropology, work things out.
That's the problem with liberals. They don't know when to shut up and enjoy freedom. Let's go to the phones.
Yeah, hi. Here's the deal. I'm really funny, but nobody wants to hire somebody funny. I mean, how is that fair? I mean, I'm white, middle class, very erudite. You know, whatever that means. But people just respond badly to me. I don't understand it.
Are you related to my husband?
I don't think so.
I hope not. Have you got a question about politics?
Yeah, sure. I know a lot about politics. Hey, can I do your job? You know, I used to be on the radio back in the day.
Even my husband can't do his job, you strange, pathetic little sap. Let's have a real caller, please.
Hi, my name's Michelle. I'm a first-time caller to the show. I wanted to know what you guys thought about the proposition to ban smoking.
Well, this is a simple issue. Smoking. Democracy at work again in our state. Seems like a good thing when you first look at it, but democracy only works when you agree with it. Then it's best to favor a totalitarian state. I'm not sure about this one.
I think smoking is an invasion of my body, and I've always wanted to shoot people. I'm right behind the proposition.
Me too. Thanks, Michelle.
I also wanted to say hi to my stepbrother Phil, who's been undergoing a hair transplant today. Hey Phil, if you're listening, I hope it's 6 this time. I won't tell anyone you've got plugs, honey. I'm really proud of you.
That's great, honey, but if you want shout-outs, call the rap station.
That's offensive, and I'm really offended by what you're saying. I'm a smoker. This used to be a free country.
When?
Ha! Good point, Dolly. Gotcha. Yes, good point. But remember, our founding fathers grew tobacco. It relaxed them between stressful stints of genocide and witch-burning. And you're so against raising taxes. Smokers pay more taxes than anyone. My grandfather smoked his whole life, and he lived until he was 32. So what I'm saying is, why can't we encourage more smoking and use the money to pay for better health care and some cultural programs, bringing expressive dance and sun worship back to the inner cities?
Worrying about the inner city has ruined your academic career, and this woolly thinking is going to ruin your chances of getting anywhere with me tonight.
Promise?
The thing is, smoking is good because it lets people make a lot of money, but so is selectively culling the population. So what I'm proposing is a change in the proposition. Let people smoke, but make cigarettes much cheaper and force everyone to smoke. That way we weed out the weak, make a lot of money in tax, and keep our national heritage intact.
Line 2, you're on I Say, You Say.
I listen every time to your show. It's really made me think about the world a whole new way. I moved out of the city because it sucks. Now I live in a compound surrounded by barbed wire and shoot and kill anyone I don't recognize on my land. Just want to say thank you. That's some quality broadcasting.
Thanks. That makes me feel a lot better about myself. Have you got a question?
Yeah, I got corpses from 15 illegal immigrants in my yard. I killed them all myself with my bare hands. Can I get a tax break for all this unpaid work?
Good question. I would certainly hope so. Ask your accountant if you can register them as dependents. Then hide most of your net worth offshore in a complex money laundering system designed to support the drugs trade. Then you can pay virtually no taxes and complain about how awful you think the whole country is, knowing you're doing as little as possible to help.
Cool, thanks. That's good advice.
I'm appalled at you, Mary Phillips.
Why?
Because that man has a garden full of corpses and you're talking about money laundering.
Yes, it's a great opportunity for some profit-centric thinking.
You missed a wonderful opportunity to talk about recycling and organ donation.
Oh, God, give me strength. I married a fool.
I married a fool.
You know, when we first met, Peyton, I thought you were so glamorous with your long hair and big ideas. You were studying for a PhD in cultural ceramic history or cross-cultural underwear or something, and I was very young. Very foolish. Now I see you for what you are.
And what's that exactly?
An intellectual cesspit. A middle-class disaster. A guilt trip wrapped in neuroses and completely unable to function in this society. No wonder I've begun to sleep around.
And on that note, we have to go visit our marriage therapist. It was a conniving bitch and won't write me any more prescriptions for painkillers. Remember, when the left wing and the right wing come together, the country can really get going.
Straight off a cliff. We'll see you next time.
At work or in rehab, listen to WCTR.